SIT, the Sanitation Investment Tracker, is a mobile phone application to track investments into on-site sanitation. It follows the Upraise My Loo idea who won the Sanitation Hackathon in London last December. This application is developed by Trémolet Consulting in association with ACVO and with the support of the Share Research Consortium. Why did we develop SIT, the Sanitation Investment Tracker? Households are key actors to improve sanitation. However, we currently do not know how much they actually spend individually or collectively on their on-site sanitation facilities. The World Bank in the Africa Infrastructure Country Diagnostic Report estimated that households collectively spend more on on-site sanitation, and by extension on water and sanitation altogether, than either governments or donors. Yet, nobody is currently trying to track such investment in a comprehensive and reliable manner, so we don't know how much households are spending. The Sanitation Investment Tracker, or SIT as we call it, is a suite of mobile phone applications to track households' investments on their sanitation facilities and the associated expenditure that goes with it to maintain, clean and empty their latrines. So SIT is trying to fill in the big missing piece of the WASH financing puzzle. In this presentation, we will provide a general overview of SIT. What is SIT for? What is it? What are the main advantages of this application? We will quickly run through the functioning of the application and present the business model and the rollout strategy. We will finally present the next steps of the development of this application. So what is SIT for? SIT can benefit a variety of actors. It aims to improve our understanding of existing on-site sanitation facilities. It tracks where they are, what type of facilities households are building, how much do they spend to build them, and what are the associated maintenance and emptying needs and costs. The information tracked by SIT can benefit a variety of actors including governments, donors, NGOs, WASH program managers, private operators of sanitation services, to help them better understand the on-site sanitation market. This information is critical for designing, financing and monitoring sanitation programs, as well as providing services to households which have on-site sanitation, such as providing them dislodging services. Households will in the end benefit from better services. To collect and analyze this data, the Sanitation Investment Tracker is composed of a suite of applications. First, the data collection application for Android smartphones is powered by ACVO Flow and can be used by surveyors to collect data on sanitation facilities and the associated expenditure. The data is uploaded into a central analysis tool which can produce different types of reports and maps on household facilities, tailored to the needs of different users. SIT also includes two add-on models which will also be developed in the future in response to demand. The first one is the verification application, which can be used to monitor and evaluate the output of programs, or in the context of a pay-for-result program in which the aid is only disbursed once results have been observed and certified in the field. The second one is a reporting application to enable households to self-report via SMS or phone call information on latrines that have already been recorded. This would enable to have continuously up-to-date information in the database. These applications can be combined in different ways depending on the context and functionalities that program managers need. So how does SIT work? First, there is the initial data collection step. The surveyor from the NGO or the government, the guy with the red cap, uses the data collection app downloaded on its smartphone to collect data in the field on the sanitation facilities. For each facility, the app automatically generates a unique ID reference number which is tagged to the facility. The latrine is geotagged and pictures of the latrine and its owner are uploaded with its ID number. Then, the data collected is centralized in a database, in orange, managed by the user. The web-based platform to manage the tool presents the data in several formats. Facilities are located on a map. It also allows to analyze the data systematically by building simple charts on the dashboards, which also presents key indicators, for example, on aggregated expenditure data. The entire dataset can also be exported to Excel so as to enable more complex data analysis. Reports can be customized depending on the different needs of end users. In addition, 2 add-on modules will also be developed in the future. The first one is the verification application. It will randomly generate a sample of households that are to be verified, and it will create an optimized itinerary to visit the households that are part of the sample. It will also indicate to the verifier, the guy with the blue cap, the localization of the latrines on a navigation map. During the visit, the application will be able to show the previous reports of the facilities to check. Finally, the verification agent will be able to fill in the verification questionnaire in the application, and the answers will be automatically linked in the central database to the previous record. The second application is the reporting application for ongoing reporting and updates. The reporting application enables households at the top bottom left corner that have recorded facilities to send data updates via SMS using the latrine ID number. This can also be done with a phone call. This allows to also always have an up-to-date database. And to provide this type of information, they could be incentivized to report with a coupon to obtain a discount on latrine emptying services or some mobile airtime. The application SIT will enable a more robust tracking of household investment and spending on sanitation. As such, it will benefit governments, sanitation program managers from NGOs and donors, as well as sanitation service providers by providing more robust data collection methods with greater accuracy, timeliness and verifiability, and lower costs of data verification and correction. The data generated by these applications could be used by different actors in many different ways. It could first be used by governments and donors for data monitoring and analysis, such as to track how much households are investing in on-site sanitation and for what type of facilities, to evaluate the effectiveness of sanitation programs that support low-income households in building their own latrines and providing evidence on the extent to which they have had a positive impact on household investment, or to track the financing to the water and sanitation sector as a whole, for example, in the context of the UN Water Glass Tracking Initiative, which aims to improve tracking of financing to the wash sector. The application could also be used by program managers for the evaluation and independent verification of specific output-based aids program that can reward service provider for the delivery of sanitation promotion and sanitation marketing strategies. Through the data collection app, service provider will collect data on latrines built in order to claim the results-based payment. The independent verification agent will then use the verification application to verify that facilities have indeed been built based on a sample and authorized payment. The application could finally be used by sanitation service providers, such as latrine builders or latrine emptiers, to understand the size of the market and the potential needs. These providers could collect this information via a specially built dashboard to better manage their customer relationship and build better development strategies. Such information would help them understand which latrines might need emptying or repairing in a given area and help them plan their emptying trips in a more optimal manner. This app would in effect help them build a customer database, which is a critical tool for delivering sanitation services. This information could also be used by government agencies that want to define boundaries of licensed service area for pit latrine emptiers, for example. The Sanitation Investment Tracker presents a wide range of advantages and answers some of the key issues with previous reporting applications. It is able to precisely localize a latrine in a dense urban area thanks to the precise geolocation. Facilities can be identified thanks to a picture. The app can also guide the surveyors to the recorded latrine through a navigation map. The data can be uploaded and downloaded to and from the database and on the phone in real time when surveyors are in the field, if there is connectivity. The app enables to customize the surveys and reports to the specific needs of users. And finally, the app can be used with and without connectivity. So how does the tool work in practice? So first, with the management dashboard, the users will edit, publish and assign the survey to a phone. So with the dashboard, we can publish surveys with entering the different questions and the possible answers. So here is a set of an example of the data that can be collected with the Sanitation Investment Survey. So the geotag of the latrine, the name and the picture of the house owner, the name and the picture of the house renter if the house is rented, the number of users of the latrine, the type of the latrine, all the individual components that compose the latrine, like the pit, the slab, the presence of a vent pipe, the superstructure, in order to assess what are the material used and how much did it cost, to be able to evaluate the total spending of the household on one latrine. It also looked at the methods used to build a latrine. Was it built by the household itself or by an artisan? And what is the methods for dealing with the waste, and what is the emptying frequency and the associated expenditure. So all the different categories and the answers can be customized to adapt to local context and to the requirements of the exercise. So this is the data collection applications and screenshots of the Android smartphone. So data is then uploaded into a central database, and we can produce different kinds of reports that are directly available on the dashboard or that can be exported into Excel. So first, the map. So here are the results of survey conducted in Monrovia, Liberia. So each point is located sanitation facilities, and on the side we can see the answers to each of these questions of the survey. With online dashboards, users can create simple charts and reports. So here is the answer to the question, what is the type of facilities households have from Liberia. Data reports can also be downloaded for more complex analysis. So we can download raw data or already formatted comprehensive reports. With the data exported in Excel, we can build customized reports on household sanitation tailored to the needs of each user. This enables to build more complex data analysis, and the results of the surveys can also be combined with other sources of information, such as public finance data, to build a more complex picture of sanitation financing. Who is behind SIT? Trémolet Consulting is a London-based consultancy specialized in water and sanitation economics and financing. It originated the idea and led the team that won the London leg of the Sanitation Hackathon. It is a Share Research Associate. Trémolet Consulting is leading the development of the tool, especially on the content. It is designing and tailoring the surveys and reports to the specific needs of each user, for monitoring and evaluation, verification work, and policy design. Aqua.org is our IT development partner. It is a Netherlands-based software foundation that builds and runs open source internet and mobile software used to make international development cooperation and aid activity more effective and transparent. Aqua develops and runs the underlying mobile application, AquaFlow, and provides technical support for project-level customization. They also offer associated services such as database hosting and training users to use the app. SHARE is a DFID-funded research consortium focused on sanitation and hygiene running from 2010 to 2015. SHARE is funding the development of the app and supporting dissemination and learning on the use of SIT and other mobile phone applications for sanitation. Finally, Andrew Stott is our project mentor. He is the former UK Director of Transparency and Digital Engagement and was one of the judges at the London Sanitation Hackathon. He is advising the team on the app development and business strategy. SIT's business model is designed to ensure the financial sustainability of the application and its dissemination to as many sector stakeholders as possible. The application will be marketed directly to organizations that are likely to be interested in using this tool and disseminated more widely through website and sector networks. So the organizations that are interested in piloting the development and use of the tool will be initially asked to contribute to a portion of further development costs and customization. And ongoingly, users will then need to cover the ongoing tailoring costs and the other potential costs that are incurred to support them, such as training to use the app as part of the wider data analysis project for monitoring and evaluation, verification or policy design, to customize the content of the app, so that's the surveys and the reports, and to host a database on the server. Once the application is up and running, it will be open source as in Agvaflow, and it will benefit from the ongoing development and refinement through new projects. Our immediate next steps will be to test the application on a wide scale in the field. We have already identified several friendly projects where such tools are needed and where program managers have expressed interest in testing it. In Ghana, CWSA, the Ghanaian authority responsible for rural water sanitation supply, is already using Agvaflow to monitor water points. The Sabistre program, founded by the European Investment Bank, l'Agence Française de Développement, the European Union and the Gates Foundation, has allocated some budget to tailor Agvaflow for sanitation, so as to better track household investment with the overall purpose of verifying the performance of service providers and monitoring the program performance. The app can also be used in Ghana for the UN Water Glass Tracking Initiative to evaluate household investments in on-site sanitation. In Bangui, Central African Republic, the GPOBA, a World Bank Trust Fund, is funding a $5 million OBA program for on-site sanitation. The app could be used there for data collection and for the verification process of the outputs and the performance of service providers in charge of supporting households to invest in on-site sanitation. Finally, in Tanzania, Share and WaterAid are implementing a program to support and research the development of sanitation microfinance. The application could be used to assess the impact of the program on household investment in sanitation. Even though the app is focused on household on-site sanitation, usage could later be extended to communal latrines and sewerage connections. Thank you for your attention. For further information, please contact the following people.